Hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Let me jump in here really quick, and then I'm going to, before I go any further, I just want to do a quick check on errors in the log. We have 4 new factories to test, and I've not had a chance to look at any of them yet, so let me just check the log really quick for any Lua errors that are obvious before we put the factories down. And then we'll jump into some factory testing. Log looks error-free for now. So let me jump into let's head back here to where all of our vehicles are. Hi, so I got the fire working in the glass works, and we're gonna have to start building up some bottles because we're gonna need some bottles to test the soda factory with, but the soda factory is not built yet. So, but we are gonna need some bottles, so I just want to make sure this is topped off. Yeah, it's got enough stuff in it for us to test with. So fire's now working on this, so I got that worked out. Let's do where do I want to go? Probably over here somewhere. Yeah, we can do, let's do one of the small new factories first, and then we'll do one that we're going to actually have to build. So which one do I want to throw down first? Budweiser we already tested. Nescafe we've already tested. Glass factory is already tested. We have to test Heinz. We have to test the leather company. We have to test Old Man's Mill and the potato chip factory. So let's do, I don't even know if I have leather in any of these warehouses. Hold on. I may have to go and cheat some leather in. Let's see if we have any leather in any of these warehouses. We do, perfect. Let's do the leather factory first. So let me throw down the leather factory. And we can throw it right over here. Oh, you're not going to fit in there? Oh, because of the, then let's, yeah, yeah, I don't want to put it there because I don't want to mess around with my way to get in and out of the, where do I want to go? Let's go over here next to the, coffee house. We'll throw it right over here. Alright, so where am I? Let's head over here and take a look at it first. Make sure nothing's floating. Bicycle looks like it's sitting on the ground. It looks like everything's sitting on the ground, nothing's floating. Let's check out the global company menu. Alright, so we're going to input leather and diesel, and we're going to get boots and saddles. White Woven, just a question. Are the factories already built onto this map, or do you still have to put them down? Every factory that I am going to release is going to be place your own, because they will work on the Ritchieville map, the Hollow map, and the Islands map. So every factory will be place your own. Nothing else will be built into any of the 3 maps. Alright, so let's grab some diesel and some leather. So let's grab some diesel first. Let me find my truck. Or we'll grab the leather first if I can find my truck. Got too much crap all over the map. Been doing so much testing. Alright, where did my truck go? Alright, now we're going to have to tap through the vehicles. There we go. Oh, I was dropping off the X. So since we have the flatbed, let's grab our leather first, and then we'll throw diesel in. So there's going to be an update coming out to the Ritchieville map, the Hollow map, and the Islands map this week to add the additional fill types in for the new factories. And they all work with existing game saves. So let's grab some leather. And I'm just going to double this up and grab 40 pallets. So what setting are we on? We are on regular size pallets, perfect. So let's grab the leather. Leather is made in the, you're going to get leather from your slaughterhouse. 20 will do. That's enough to test the factory with. Alright, so turn off the auto load. And should be able to just drop them here in the back. I'm hoping this triggers. I haven't tested any of these triggers, so that's why we're jumping in here today. Perfect, so that's working. Let's grab some diesel. So let's park him here for now. Let's grab our tanker. See, I couldn't stream at all this weekend. The Wi-Fi was just absolutely crap. And I don't even know how well it's going to hold out today, so we'll go as long as I can. Let's grab some diesel. And with all the factories being placeable in multiplayer, everybody can have their own factory. That's the reason why nothing else will be built into the maps. Everything will be placeable. Alright, so that should have fired this factory up. I did. I see smoke. So that's a good sign. So let's go look at the global company menu. Alright, so you should now be active. You are. So you're going to make saddles and boots out of leather. So we're going to let this do its thing and run while we work on the next factory. So what do I want to test next? Something that we have to build. Let's test. Let me scroll back to the beginning. So Budweiser's already tested. Nescafe's already tested. Glass Company's tested. Here, we'll just throw down Heinz. Which way do I want to face it? That doesn't really matter. This is my test map. Let's spin you around. So we'll just throw Heinz over here. And oh, Heinz is already built. All right, which is fine. This will be another easy one to test. What do we need in the way of? So water. All right, so we'll throw the water in there first. Where's There's my tanker. So let's get the diesel out of here. Grab some water. And then, since we're doing the two easy ones first, we're going to have to do the buildable factories second. I think the input triggers are all... Nope, that one's just for the pallets. Alright, so you're going to be over on this side somewhere. Yeah, right here. Get this guy out of the way. So we're going to need, let me just move him up here because we're going to need him to haul some pallets. Alright, let me go grab my tipper. We'll put all the bulk products in here next. Like I said, this is my test map. I just cheat everything in for testing. Alright, Heinz. Alright, so you are going to need, I know you need onion. Onion rings, or no, for never mind, this isn't the Weiss factory yet. So I know you're going to need tomato and sea salt. Oh, herbs and spices. Grab some sea salt. Tomato. Let's grab the tomato. Oh, I know we need some sea salt. Sea salt. Throw some sea salt in here. Alright, what else do you need? Mustard and cucumber. So grab some mustard. And I'll grab some cucumber. And then I think you just need molasses and crates. Yeah, so we'll throw some molasses and we'll throw some crates in. So let's get you out of the way. Farm Chick, good morning. If you're just joining me in here a little bit after I started, let me show you what we got going on. So let me get this guy out of the way. Over here on the glassworks, I did get the fire fixed. So I did figure that out. The fire i3D was bad, so I finally found a good fire i3D. So we are making glass and bottles out of pallets, sand, and coal. The bottles we'll need for the soda factory, which I don't have built yet, and the glass will be used in a future factory. And then we have I couldn't stream the last 2 days because the Wi-Fi was just crap. So this is Leatherworks. So the Leatherworks, you're going to add leather and diesel. You get leather from the slaughterhouse, and you're going to get cowboy boots and saddles. So we'll let this run while we're testing the other factories. And then I built Heinz just for an extra placeable for multiplayer. And I don't think the Ritchieville factory has, the Ritchieville map has one. So this is Heinz. We're in the process of throwing all the crap in here now. So I need molasses and I need crates. So let's grab the molasses. And then we'll grab some crates. And we got 2 more factories to test that I built over the weekend. This building may be a little bit big. I may scale this down a little bit. Yeah, the Leatherworks, yeah. I actually found that building from the in-game, one of the in-game maps. I can't remember if it was the American map or the European map. But that came right out of the in-game map, one of the in-game maps. I just happened to stumble across that. It's in the part of the map that I never went to because I really didn't play those maps. But doesn't that look? It looks like a Leatherworks. It looks like an old factory. So yeah, that does look pretty cool. All right, so let's grab our truck. And we'll need a load of crates. So let's drop you here. Let's find my flatbed. And now we have Old Man's Mill to test, and we have the potato chip factory to test. And I don't know where crates are. I think they're down here in one of these first 2 buildings. If you're a crate, where would you be hiding? You'd be hiding here? Yeah. Barrels. Yep, crates are here. Alright, so let's grab some crates. That'll work. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, it does look really cool. I wanted something nice and small. We have so many big factories, we needed a couple small ones. So the Glassworks is pretty small, the Leatherworks is pretty small. Alright, so our pallet drop off should be over here. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, don't tell me I have to readjust another trigger. There we go. So this factory should crank up. And it's only going to make the one product. It's going to make the variety pack. So it's active. We'll let this run and do its thing. Let's drop down. So what do we have left? We have Old Man's Mill to test, and we have the potato chip factory. Let's drop Old Man's Mill down. And again, this is my test map. I know it's going to be a mess, but let's just spin it this way. Drop you. Actually, before I do that, hold on. Let's come in here. Let's get rid of some more of this field first. Let me find just some grass or something. And then, yeah, let's just get rid of some of this crap before I drop that factory down, or the next two factories down. Give me a little bit of room to work, so I'm not putting it on top of the crop. And I can see if the base of the factory spawns in correctly. And eventually off camera, I'll just get rid of this whole field because we'll need it. There's like 20 factories in the works. And I want them over here close to the warehouses so I can test them. Eventually I'll get rid of some of the old factories that we've already tested, just to make room. Alright, that should do. Let's go back in here. Let's grab Old Man's Mill. And then let's drop it over here next to, let me spin it this way. And let's walk over here, make sure nothing's floating. We'll look at the global company menu. Oh, something going on with the bench. I'll have to go in and look at that. Let's look at the global company menu, make sure there's no errors. Alright, so we're going to make walkers, wheelchairs, and feather dusters. Now the problem is I don't know if I have any down. So we may have to crank up like duck plucking or something just to get some down, or I'm going to have to go back out and just cheat some in. But let's start grabbing stuff we need to get this up and running. So let's do, what liquids do we have? Water. Oh, let's save the, what am I hooked up to? I'm hooked up to a flatbed. Let's see if we have any down, and we'll see if we have any plastic. If not, I'm going to get out of here and just cheat some in. Some down and plastic. Oh, we do have some down. Oh, we do have plastic. Alright, so let's grab some down. Oh, why are they not spawning out? There's something wrong with the down pallet. Oh, this warehouse is broken. It won't spawn the down out. Okay, let's do a quick save. And let's go see why it won't spawn out down pallets. What building is that? Building E. What's wrong with building E? Oh, that sucks too, because I just uploaded this map update and I just gave it to Dixie and Papa this morning. So now I'm going to have to fix it and re-upload it, and it takes an hour to upload. Let's get out of here. Let's see what I did wrong. What do I have you on? I have you on window. Alright. Let's see what I did wrong with the down. So that was Ritchieville, Placeables, global company, building E. And then let's go look at the log real quick to see what errors it's throwing. Oh, it's telling me that the down pallet's messed up, which is perfect. But no other errors with any of the factories so far. Alright, so the down pallet, Ritchieville pallets. So what's wrong with the, oh, so it's not the warehouse, it's the down pallet. So let's see what our output of down, so it's XML and the down box. So Ritchieville XML down box. So what do you point to? Pallets, the down pallet i3D. We are missing the down pallet i3D. Alright, so let's go to documents. Let's look at the 16x map. No, it's going to be missing the down box. They're all missing the down box. i3D. Pallets down box. So down pallet i3D. I'm missing a down pallet i3D. Why? Here it is. Mods. Oh, it's under pallets. Alright, hold on. That's what's wrong. So let's go to Ritchieville. Do I not have it in here? Hold on. So let's go to mods 16x pallets. Here it is, down pallet. I don't have it. It's missing from this map. So down pallet. That means it's probably missing from the hollow map as well. So let's go file, export, documents, my games, mods, Ritchieville, XML. We'll put it here, and it is the down pallet. Alright, so let's look in here now. So XML down pallet. Let me check my i3D mapping. So that should be fine now. So that's fine. So my i3D down, so this has to be changed to XML. So my warehouse is going to refer to the down box XML, and then the down box is going to point to the i3D. For the down pallet. I think we're good. All right, so let's close you, close you, close you, which means now I have to go back in here and I have to delete this copy and zip this back up. And then I'm going to make a note for myself to check down on hollow and islands. to make sure the down pallet's not broken. I'm surprised that hasn't been reported for how long this map's been out. So that means no one's putting down in storage. Alright, so let's take you. Let's copy you. We'll throw you into this mods folder. Now let's jump back in game, and I should be able to spawn out down. So that means I'm going to have to re-upload the map, the update that I just re-uploaded this morning. That sucks. That takes me an hour. I got to shut everything down on my computer because my Wi-Fi is horrible, so that means I can't be online at all while it's uploading. So that means I'll be shut down for another hour. I'll upload it when I take a lunch break. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to upload, so I'll upload it when we're done testing these factories, and I'll take a lunch break. And then after lunch, if the Wi-Fi holds out, I'm either going to start building the soda factory, or we're going to start working, or we're going to work a little bit more on the new map. I haven't decided yet. Because right now I'm like 6 factories ahead, and that's like right where I want to be. Let's find our flatbed. It's over here somewhere. Oh. Alright, so let's drive you back to... Oh, did I exit without saving? I did. Damn it. I'm going to have to put... Oh, I did save. Alright, let's go grab... Wait, did I save or did I not save? Yeah, we have Old Man's Mill down, so I did save. Alright, so let's grab you. Let's go grab down and plastic. Our down should spawn out now. Should is the word. Alright, so building E. Yeah, building E. Alright, so now we should be able to spawn out down. Oh, it's still not spawning out. What's wrong with the down? Why is my down still not spawning out? Everything should be fixed. Oh, I know why. I know why. I think I may need to fix the store info. Alright, so back to our log. Down pallet i3D. Down pallet i3D could not be found. Where's my mod description for Ritchieville? Mod description. So what do we have for down? So my XML downbox XML. So XML downbox. Oh, here, pallets. Pallets should be now XML. And then now it should spawn out. So let's close you. Which means I've got to delete this one again. And zip it back up. I haven't gotten to the down yet in my game. I haven't either. I played on the Ritchieville map for about 2 or 3 hours yesterday, just trying to build up some supplies, and I don't even have all the mines running yet. I just got the coal mine, the ore mine, and the rock crusher running. I have Mammoth Mill running, and that's about it. I just bought the sand mine. I don't even have cement making yet. So I only own 3 mines and the mill. On my realistic map. Alright, so let's replace this. Let's go back into... Now I should be able to spawn out down. Now I got to see what other warehouses it's in and make sure that down is only in the one warehouse. We'll go in and actually, before we go back in game, let me pull Ritchieville back up. And let's make sure, let's look to see where down is in this whole map and make sure no other warehouses have to be fixed. Selling station, poultry house. So poultry house also needs to spawn out down. So let's take a look at that. So poultry house, you make down, and you are the down box XML. So now the down box XML is filled. So that should now spawn out down, but let's check the poultry house also while we're in game and make sure we can spawn down out in the poultry house as well. So we may have to get the poultry house up and running. Alright, so back into the test map. So we'll if the down spawns out now, we'll go check the poultry house. I don't think I have it running on this map. So that's something else we're going to have to test. And then we'll go into the prices menu. I'll show you what all's in the works. Alright, so we have, let's head over here first. So we have, start here. So paper towels, toilet paper. So Procter & Gamble's in the works. The Dole factory is in the works. Heinz, we're going to test next. Pizza Factory's already built and tested. We're going to test Wise today. We still have to build and update the Hershey plant. We're going to test Old Man's Mill now. We have the Pie Factory's released. The Fermenting House is released. Breakfast Factory will be released this weekend. Then we have the Acme Factory to make all of that goodness. We have a concrete plant that's going to make planters and sewer pipes. We're going to do a placeable table factory. We have the glass works to make the beer bottles and the glass. There's going to be a mitten factory for the Ritchieville, Ritchie Hollow, and Ritchie Islands maps. We have the soda factory, the coffee factory, and leatherworks. So you won't need an update for a while after this one. Alright, let's drive you back over for the third time and see if we can get down. the bots are out early today. Alright, I gotta get my speed back because I can't walk that slow. Oh, building E. Alright, let's try this again. Down. There we go. Now we're getting down. And then while we're here, I'm just going to grab some plastic. So let's grab some plastic. Alright, now where did I put the inputs out? In Old Man's Mill. Alright, she's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze. Come on, zoom out. I definitely need a new Xbox One control. Hey, the trigger's working. Trigger I don't have to fix. Alright, so where's my menu? Alright, so that is a little bit of down, a little bit of plastic. Let's grab some steel plywood and pallets. We'll grab a stack of pallets next. Alright, so you should have some pallets. And let me go to medium-sized pallets. So yeah, I'm not sure what I want to work on after lunch. I'm not sure if I want to jump into the soda factory or the new map. Haven't worked on the new map since we streamed last. And I am 6 factories ahead, so we may work on the map today and the soda factory tomorrow. We'll probably knock out at least 2 more factories tomorrow if I work on the map today. Alright, so let's grab, crap, was it lumber or was it plywood? I can't remember. Alright, what do we need? I know we need steel. Plywood. So steel and plywood. Where's my truck? Steel and plywood. grab some steel. And let's go, now we got to go to long pallets. I got to go back and make sure the visibility node worked for the pallets before I drop this off. Make sure the pallets showed up in under the canopy. And let's grab some plywood. How Leatherworks building does look really good. And my pallets, okay, my pallets did show up under the canopy. Alright, perfect. So let's, now when I drop this off, we should have some steel and some plywood showing up under the canopy. So let's go like this. Okay, our steel's showing up under the canopy. And then our plywood showing up under the canopy. Perfect. Why is our plywood not unloading? Because it was on top of the steel, maybe? Why would the steel unload and not the plywood? Did I mess up the plywood and not put enough capacity in? No. We're going to have to go in and adjust this trigger. Alright, let's go in and adjust this trigger. Alright, so let's save this. Let's get out of here. Let me check the log real quick, make sure we have no other errors. And we don't. Alright, Old Man's Mill. Let's go in and look at the triggers. Give me a surface to work on, and then my triggers are back here. So let's come back here and look at these triggers. Alright, so you are about here, so you look right. You look, maybe you're a little bit too tall. Let's shorten you up a little bit. And then let's, and then the bale trigger I'm going to leave in. I don't know if we need it or not, but I'm going to leave the bale trigger in. Alright, so let's see if that helped at all. Alright, so let's delete you. Let's save you. I'll delete this one. Zip it back up. And then we'll throw it Ritchieville zipped. So let's copy you and we'll throw it in here. And then while I'm in here, let's check Ritchieville objects, palettes. Let's check the plywood palette and see how quickly its unload speed is. So plywood palette. You are unloading at your 10,000 liters unload. Let's bump you up to unload at 1,200 liters. So let's bump up the unload speed a little bit. So that means now I'm going to have to go back into here, delete this, zip the map back up. So I like to test everything zipped because I see different errors. I see more errors with it zipped than I do unzipped. Throw that in my mods folder. Overwrite the map we're working on. Alright, so let's try this again. Oh, sorry about that. My sinuses are killing me. I hope I had the mic muted in time. Alright, so back into our test map, and we'll see if the plywood's going to unload any quicker. I'm going to go into Streamlabs and I'm going to be more aggressive with these bots. Instead of just giving them a little quick timeout, I'm going to just figure out a way to just ban them if they keep posting links. Alright, so where's our trailer with plywood on it? It is here. So let's see if our plywood's going to unload any better. Why is my plywood not unloading? You took the steel, you won't take the plywood. You're not even going to unload from... Oh, hold on, we got to turn you off. Oh, there you go. You'll unload from the trailer, but you won't unload from the ground. But I don't want to do that, so let's get out here and let me adjust that trigger a little bit better. And let me see if we actually need the bale trigger. I may just remove the bale trigger. Alright, so let's go back into Old Man's Mill. And actually what I'm going to do, let me create a plane to work off of. And I'm going to adjust this guy has to be, let me see if he's thick enough. All right, he's thick enough. He has to be like just touching the ground or he doesn't work right. And then I'm going to go, let's go file. Let me import which factory? Coffee house. Let's import the coffee house. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to steal the pallet trigger. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Now let me delete this factory out. Alright, so now we have an extra pallet trigger. Here. So I've got to move it up one. Let's delete this pallet trigger out. Let's pull this pallet trigger over because we know it works. I'm going to just slide it back. I'm not gonna mess with the height at all. We're just gonna make it a little bit longer and a little bit wider. Alright, so let's see if that's gonna help by swapping out the triggers. So now let's get rid of the base and let's save this. Let us delete that copy. Let's zip it back up. I should have replaced both triggers while I was in there, but let's see if this one works. Alright, copy. Paste it into here, overwrite the one we're currently testing. Let's jump back in here. Oh again, I gotta look at my phone. SOIZEI1, Sozy1, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Farm Chick 63, hang on, let me get in here and I'll catch up on chat. I had trouble getting the long pallets to unload from the ground on the buildable pie factory and the buildable, yeah, on the buildable factories you have to leave the product on the trailer. And just unload them right from the trailer. I'll show you next because the next factory we're going to test we have to build. So leave, when you're building the factory, leave them all in the trailer. It's the only way I can get the factories to build and the triggers to work. And I'll show you here shortly because we have the next factory to test we have to build. Alright, so let's try this again. And then we're going to have to bring another load of steel back. Make sure that it messed the trigger up for the steel. There we go. That's better. So let's go grab a little bit of steel again, just to make sure that I didn't mess the trigger up for the steel. And we'll grab another load of pallets and we'll double check that again. Alright, so let's grab, oh, here we go again. I hate coming in and out of the game. I can never turn my speed back on. Alright, so what do we want to double check? We want to double check steel. And then we'll grab a load of pallets next. Now if it takes the steel, it should take the pallets, but we'll double check it anyway. So let me spawn them out. They'll be sitting here waiting for us. So let's grab another load of pallets. And then I want to check down in plastic again because I messed with the trigger. So let's grab some down. And that'll be sitting here waiting for us as well. So let's throw the steel in here. Oh, trying to recheck, almost chatting the drama and drove into the warehouse. Yeah, farm check, just leave it on the trailer. It'll unload a lot quicker. Alright, so let's drop. Oh sure, there we go. I was gonna say we fixed the plywood and broke the steel, but now the steel's unloading now fine too. So let's grab, while I'm driving, I'm going to try and adjust. Let's go back to regular size pallets. There we go. Let's grab the down. And make sure the down unloads. Alright, so anybody watching, what do we want to work on after lunch? I'll leave it up to you. Do we want to work on the soda factory or do we want to work on the new map for a little while? I'm okay either way. So I'm like 6 factories ahead now. Okay, cool. So that's going to unload. So the pallets should unload fine too, but we're going to grab them anyway since we have them spawned out. So let me go to medium pallets. So let's grab our pallets and we'll see what else we need to get this factory running. And like I said, you guys are going to get the breakfast factory this weekend, this coming weekend, because I gave it to my Patreons this past weekend. So they'll have it for a week. And then this weekend I will give a new factory to the Patreons that you'll get the following weekend. And I may give them 2 factories. I may give them the Pizza Factory and Budweiser. So this weekend y'all will get the Breakfast Factory, and then the following weekend you'll probably get the Pizza Factory and Budweiser. Because Budweiser is really only needed for the Ritchieville map. There we go. So it's going to take all of our pallets. So those triggers are now fixed. What else do we need? I know we need some power cells. Alright, so what else do we need? So for feather dusters we need glue and glue, water, and power cells. So glue, water, and raw rubber. We'll grab that next. And then we'll put our power cells in last. So glue, water, and raw rubber. Alright, so let's drop you here. Let me find my tanker. Yep, you are over here. Alright. Alright, so let's drive you over this way. and then we'll put our power cells in last, and that'll crank the factory up. And then let me take a quick peek at chat while this guy's sitting here. Either one works for you, Farm Chick? Norn, hello. Life is going much better than it was a few weeks ago. Alright, so we want glue. Let's throw some glue in here first. And we're going to need to find raw rubber and then water. Raw rubber and then water. I'll give that a second to, there we go. Now all we need are power cells, and then that should fire this factory up. I got a couple fans to fix because they're turning the wrong way. So we got a few fans we have to fix. But let's drop, alright, let's drop you here. Let's grab this guy. We have to go back to regular size pallet setting. There we go. And let's go find a load of power cells. And I have no idea what building they're in anymore. Over here. Alright, so let's crank out some power cells. And hopefully this fires this factory up. Now they're going to get the fans turned the right way, but that's a lot of just trial and error. And I'll mess with that off camera. Power cells. Alright, so okay, we have smoke, so that fired this factory up. We have our power cells showing up in the garage when we drop them off. So the only thing I have to fix are the fans that are turning the wrong way on the building. So that fan up on by the eave above the windows is turning the wrong way. And then I think that's the only one. Yeah, I've got to fix that fan. Alright, so now we should be active. We are. So we're making walkers, we're making wheelchairs, we're making feather dusters. We'll let this do its thing while we test and build the next factory. Leatherworks should be making saddles and boots, so it's still active, so it's doing its thing. We have the Heinz factory. Yep, it's still active. It's going to be making the Heinz variety, so it's doing its thing. Our glass factory should still be running. Yep, it's active, so it's making bottles and glass, so it's doing its thing. Alright, so let's get the next factory down and test it, and that's the last factory that I have built that I've not tested yet. So let's grab so Nescafe is tested, glass factory we have tested, Heinz is tested, leather factory is tested, Old Man's Mill is tested, Pizza factory has been tested. Breakfast factory you're going to get this weekend. Potato chip factory. Let's put it here behind Heinz. And let's turn you this way. And this one has to be built. So let's drop you like here. Oh, okay, something's wrong. None of that building should not be there. Nothing should be there. So what did I mess up? Alright, I messed something up. So let me do this. Let's go in here. Let's go to garage. Let's sell you. Because that factory should not be pre-built. So let's save you. Let's get out of here and see what I messed up. And let me check the log for errors and see if the potato chip factory threw any errors. That'll give me a clue as to what I messed up. Wise Foods, I messed the trigger up. Okay, so that'll help me narrow it down. But it's not telling me what trigger I messed up. So let's pull up, get you out of the way. Alright, so let's go to Wise Foods. Let's open you up. So I've got a trigger messed up, and it's probably player trigger 2. Hang on a second. Let me pull up. So what are you? You are the mod. Okay, so you I can close. You I can close. Let's get you closed. Let's get you closed. Let's close you. All right, so let's pull up the XML. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I didn't register the triggers to build the factory. All right, this is an easy fix. I need, which factory's buildable? Coffee house. So I need coffee house. I need to mimic this XML. So I'm just going to pull this XML up a minute. So I need this line here put into here. And you are 4. You're 4, you're 4, and you're 4. So are, oh no, you're goods 2, sorry. You have to stay at goods 2. All right. So I missed them up there, but I put them in down here. So that should fix this factory. So let us go back in here. Let me delete this copy. Let's zip it back up. And let's take you and we'll throw it in my mods folder. And we'll see if that fixed. See if that fixed it. Rob, hello. Sorry again for this morning. Don't know what you're sorry for. I know I have a couple pending messages I haven't checked since I started streaming. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was already up. I was just too lazy to get out of bed and turn the computer on. But I know you sent me another message. I haven't read it yet. I'm sorry. Let's come back over here. So we know this factory's running. Let's plop. Let me get my speed back. Yeah, I get up. I don't sleep well. I usually pass out about 9 o'clock because I'm like super tired. And then I'll wake up at 1:30 in the morning. I'll be up for an hour or two. I'll fall back to sleep. And then I usually wake up around 3:30 or 4 o'clock for another hour. And then I can't fall back to sleep. And then I'll wake up around 6 and I usually pry my butt out of bed around 6. Alright, so let's throw this back down and let's see if it should be unbuilt when we plop it down, which I'm not liking how it's looking so far. It's looking like it's going to be built again when we put it down, but we'll see. Let's plop you here and you're built. So I still messed something up. This building should not be built. Alright, so what did I do wrong? Let's come out and let's go quit without saving. And what do I have messed up on this factory? Let me back check the log. Alright, so there's no errors in the log for the factory. Now it's going to be a mystery to figure out why it's already built. So back into here. Alright, let's throw my plane underneath it just because. I don't like it just sitting there in the air. So you are my transform group to build the factory. And I have a feeling it's this camera that's throwing it off. So can I delete that camera? What view are we on? We're on that camera. So let's go to here. Let's go back to this side. So I'm going to try that first. So and that's going to throw all of my i3D mapping off. All right, hold on. Let me create a transform group. Let's go edit, cut, objects, edit, paste. Now I'm going to have to, this is going to be painstaking, I'm going to have to move this all the way to the top. Because if I don't put this placeholder in there when I delete the camera, it's going to throw all of my i3D mapping off. So let me get this guy in place. There's always something I mess up when I build these things. And one more. So let's take this. Let's delete that camera out. This empty transform group should not mess. Now we should be all right. This should do it. So let me do a quick save. You're number 2. My invisibility node is 2. No, I have these backwards. Hold on. What? No, so my invisibility node. So the wall needs to disappear. So my invisibility node is 9. my visibility node is number 2. So I want the factory to build as this is being unbuilt. I think that did it. We'll find out here in a second. Let's delete the plane. Let's give this another quick save. Let us delete this again, and let's zip this back up. Let's copy this and paste it back into here. And then let me, oh, I've got 2 copies open. Crap. Let me go back and let me redo that, because I had it, I didn't realize I had 2 copies open. Make sure nothing's weird with this i3D. Did I get rid of the extra camera? I did. Alright, so this should be fine. But I'm going to zip it back up anyway. So let me delete that again. Let's zip this back up. So let me copy you. Let's put you back in my mods folder. Alright, so now let's go back in here. And let's crank this back up. While I'm cranking that up, I'm going to just grab my phone really quick, and I'm going to check a message real quick. Oh. And Rob, it's no problem at all. I was, like I said, I was already awake. Did the suggestions I sent you when I looked at your log, did that help your issue? Because I really didn't see anything else in the log other than what I had sent you. Alright, let me get my speed back. And then let's put this factory down again and see if we have any issues. So back to Wise. That looks better. There's no factory, but I missed the plane. My trash, let's see what it looks like. I may have to, I can live with the trash plane being in there, I think. Or we may go back in and fix it. Let's see what it looks like while we put it down. Since you can't get into the wall, and that I can live with that trash plane being there on the ground. Alright, so we should have our menu to build the factory, which we do. So let's start grabbing the crap we need to build our factory with. And where did I lose my truck again? I don't know. Let's just flip through it until I find it again. I gotta get rid of some of these vehicles. Alright, so let's head back over here. Let's start grabbing what we need to build the potato chip factory, Weiss Foods with. You will look shortly. Yeah, I didn't see anything else in the log. The only thing I did not test Papa Smurf's orchards on any of the maps. So that, if they're throwing an error, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because I haven't tested them. So let's grab our lumber first. So let's go back to long pallets. know we need 2 stacks, so I'm just going to grab 2 stacks of everything. And we're definitely going to have to start selling some of these factories off so we have room to test. So what you want to do, Farm Chick, if you're still here, just leave the stuff right on the trailer, pull into the trigger, and then just hit your unload. So that should be all of our lumber it is. Let's grab some steel. And then let's spawn out some steel. So don't unload. Yeah, when you're building the factory, don't unload them to. Don't drop them to the ground, because for some reason I can't. Because those triggers disappear once the factory's built, so they're no longer in game. And the only way I can get these triggers to work and disappear is this way, unfortunately. Because these triggers, once the factory's built, these triggers disappear, so they're no longer in game. So when you're building the factory, leave everything on the trailer and just hit your unload. Oh, I wanted to grab a second stack. Crap. All right, hold on. Let me go back and get... I wanted 2 stacks of steel, because I know we're going to need 2 stacks of steel. I got talking and looking at chat and forgot what I was doing. Doesn't take much to distract me. Alright, let me grab a second stack of steel. And then we'll go unload it. So I'm trying to do a good mix of pre-built and unbuilt factories. So I don't want to make everyone buildable. I don't want you to work too hard on the factories. So the Glassworks is already built, Leatherworks is already built, Heinz is already built, and Old Man's Mill's already built. The pizza factory you're going to have to build. The breakfast factory you'll have to build. The potato chip factory you'll have to build. And then, I don't even know where I'm driving. And then the soda factory, we're going to have to, I'm going to make that buildable. So we're going to have to build the soda factory. Alright, so yeah, like I said, what you want to do is you just want to leave it on the trailer and then just hit your unload. And it'll start taking them right off the trailer. Alright, so that should be all of our steel. It is. So let's grab our plywood next. It would be cool to have a buildable version of nearly every factory. I don't want to make it too hard. I want to have fun while we're playing too, especially for single player. If you have to build every factory, then it does get a little bit tiresome. You still need time to work on animals and to do mining and forestry. And some of the factories are just way too small and there's nothing to build. Alright, so let's grab our plywood. And then I'm going to spawn out, while I'm here, I just want to spawn out some drywall. So it's waiting for us. Alright, so let's grab, we need a double stack of plywood. So let me grab another stack of plywood. Yeah, the reason why some of the factories are not buildable because they're just so small and there's only like 3 components or 4 components to the entire factory. And it doesn't make sense to really build it. Like Leatherworks is literally like one building. So it would like build instantly. So this should be all of our plywood. It is, so let's grab the drywall. And I know we're going to need 2 loads of drywall. Where are you? Here? The next one? Nope, you're here. Come out of the trigger. Drywall. Drop this off. We're going to have to come back for another load. And then after we build this factory, we'll get it running. Then we'll test. We have to test the warehouse triggers for all the product. And we're going to have to test 1 or 2 of the sell points. Alright, so let's get you unloaded. Now all you have to do is unattach, move up a little bit, reattach, and then it drops off that last stack. So we need 1 more stack of drywall. Drywall. Let me pull up out of the trigger, grab 1 more stack.